for that matchup with the Bucks, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. And it's McCollum at the 1. And for the Trailblazers, inside we'll see Kamara and Klingon. Sharp at the 2 with Avdia playing the 3. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
Pure from three-point range.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Johnson finds Okongwu. For 3, McCollum. Rebounded by Kamara. It's Avdia on the wing. Risache covering. Now here's Avdia, tightly guarded. And he gets it to go.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now here's Johnson. He played a great game against Golden State. Okongwu, a screen on Avdia. The 3 from Risache. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Risache will be nailing threes for many years to come.
Holiday passes to Sharp. Back to Holiday. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Pass to Johnson. Johnson a screen on Avdia. Outside Risache. 6 on the shot clock. An easy 2 on the layup. Risache's got 5 now.
It's always good to see Risache mixing it up down low.
Outside Kamara. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. High post Klingon. Avdia outside. From downtown. Rebound Atlanta. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Man, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
Now here's Daniels. 11 points for him last game against Golden State. Johnson with a bucket.
This is exactly the start they were hoping for at the offensive end.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And in the first year of a 5-year, $150 million extension, Jalen Johnson, a key player for his team moving forward, Legs.
And he's coming off that shoulder surgery, an injury which ended his season prematurely. And he's a lefty, so hopefully that won't be an issue going forward.
Let's not forget he's Milwaukee tough, too. Portland shooting their first free throws of the game now.
Drew Holiday taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. The prodigal son returns. Damian Lillard is back on the Trailblazers roster. Now, there remains the process of rehabbing his surgically repaired Achilles. But with all the assets they acquired for Dame and then he's back, the fans are absolutely ecstatic.
An all-time great. Shams, appreciate the report. Holiday hits them both. And a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Risache. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise. Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Off the outside. There's a screen by Kamara. Portland needs to get off a shot here. It's stolen by Okongwu. Pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Man, that was impressive. Johnson can flat out fly.
Outside Sharp. Outside Holiday. From the baseline. Back to Sharp. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Back to McCollum. Pulls it. And another basket for Atlanta.
Well, that's part of what makes McCollum a great player. He can find a way to score off the ball.
Back to Holiday. Pass to Kamara. Beyond the arc. Connects from downtown. Kamara's got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Okongwu. He's another guy who had a great performance in that win against Golden State. Here's McCollum. And that one good. McCollum's got his second basket on the night.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Sharp with it. 23 points for him last game against New York.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
Here's McCollum following the three-point basket by Portland. The three from Rizachet. Rebounded by Kamara. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Optia from outside. Another 3 for Portland.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Daniels outside. Outside Rizachet. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. For 3, McCollum knocks down the long J. 7 points in the game.
Wow, I just love how McCollum responded with that 3 of his own, showing you what a competitive player he is.
Now here's Sharp. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game.
Yeah, he goes to the fadeaway right there. I think he thought the defense was a little bit closer.
Here's McCollum. Outside Rizachet. Back to McCollum. The 3-ball. Avdia pulls it in. Trailblazers lead by 4. Pass to Holiday. And here's Sharp. Now here's Holiday. 6 points for him. 2 points. That one goes.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
McCollum outside. The Hawks need to get one up here. Here's Rizachet. Yes, it's good. Rizachet's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. Here's Sharp. Outside Holiday. Back to Sharp. The 3. And Avdia with the basket on the assist from Sharp. Avdia's got 9.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Back to McCollum. Launches a 3. And Clingan pulls it down. Now Portland with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Outside Sharp. Jacks up a 3. Hits a 3-pointer. And it's a 10-point Portland lead.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And midway through the season, Is this the point in the schedule where players start to feel some fatigue set in?
Oh, yeah, the adrenaline of the beginning of the year has worn off at this point. Everybody is feeling it. This is when you're counting on that preseason conditioning to get you through the rigors of a very long season.
Rest and recovery, most important thing this time of year.
No substitutes for those.
Looking at who's out there for Portland now. Grant comes in for Kamara, and Love is subbed in for Holiday. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Klingon. Not enough on that one as it misses. Trailblazers lead by 10. Outside Sharp. Here's Grant. Fires the three. Another three for Portland.
An excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Alexander Walker. Porzingis with a screen on Love. Here's Alexander Walker. Nice form on the 20-footer.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Avdia passes to Graham. Avdia outside. Pass to Graham. That one drops for him. Grant's got 5 points.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And here's Alexander Walker. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And he also forced a number of turnovers, ending the night with 3 steals.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Grant outside. Klingon with a screen. Fires the three. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Murray's checked in for Portland. And a change for the Hawks. McCollum, he's checked in for Krejci. A minute 53 left in the first quarter here. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer Sharp. And it doesn't fall for him. Made 2, missed 2 now. You know, with a league-wide focus on three-point shooting, Corey Kispert should feel good about his job security, Tim.
Yeah, sharp shooters are always going to be in demand, Brian, and that's Kispert's primary role. But he's also become an efficient finisher at the rim.
Here's the pick, and here's Grant from the arc. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
McCollum against Sharp. Takes a step back. And another basket for Atlanta.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Grant outside. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. And Sharp the bucket on the assist from Grant. Sharp's got 8.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
But so far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Now here's McCollum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Golden State Warriors. Here's Porzingis. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
I like this. The sheer size and reach of Klingon was a big factor in him finding that block.
And some changes here for Portland. Reith, he's checked in for Klingon. And it's Sissoko in for Avdia. And Atlanta with possession here. Down by 12. Shot clock at 5. Here's Porzingis. That's good. And it's McCollum with the assist. He has 6.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots drop.
Pass to Reith. To the inside. Grant's shot is off. Now here's Alexander Walker. There's the three. Drills it from deep.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Denny Avdia making it happen for Portland. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. Back to the game after this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
Murray out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Reith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Grant with a screen on McCollum. Love for three. Kispert grabs a miss. Hawks trail by 5. To the paint. Porzingis is double. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Alexander Walker. And he banks in the layup. Alexander Walker's got 7.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Love passes to Grant. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Oh, that was a tough bucket from Grant, one of the most underrated scorers in this league.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Portland making a switch here. Rupert's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Ooh, that one misses for Grant. All right, Legs, you look at the leap the Blazers have taken. What's the biggest factor?
I think it's the fact they've added a lot of defense to their front court, which has really set the tone for their team, and it's an identity they're going to continue to build on.
Talent on the floor and stability in the head coaching position.
Key factors for sure.
Count it.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
There's a screen. Here's McCollum, and the layup falls. He's got 11.
Oh, that's what you love about C.J. McCollum. He is so good at finding a way to get to his spots.
Pass to Grant. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Jeremy Grant began his career as an activity role player, but he's been adding layers. He said at the start, whatever I needed to do to get on the court, whether it was defense, rebounding, blocking shots, I was going to do it. I wanted to see what I was capable of, so I put a lot of work in expanding my role. Back over to you.
Thank you, Allie. And here's Grant from the arc. McCollum pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
High arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Now just a 3-point Portland lead.
Wow, look at the touch on that teardrop by McCollum. He made that look very easy.
Here's Rupert. McCollum defends. Pass to Murray. Here's Grant. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. 16 points for Jeremy Grant. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. Tim, when you think of versatile utility forwards in this league, Jeremy Grant fits the mold.
Well, he came into the league as just a hustle player, Brian, but then he worked to enhance his skill level. He has been a quality player on both ends for over a decade.
It's dance time in Portland. Here are your Blazer dances.
So for the Blazers, Kamara, he's checked in for Murray. Avdia comes in for Sissoko. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Rupert. Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. McCollum outside. Back to Johnson. Clock at 4. Shot on the wing. Atlanta again missing.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved he didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range. Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Porzingis with a screen on Avdia. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Holiday. Give him 8. Pass to Avdia for 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Here's Porzingis. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And that's 10 points for Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, that's what you love about C.J. McCollum. He does a little bit of everything, including distributing the ball.
There's a screen, and here's Grant from the arc. The rebound by Atlanta.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Outside, Alexander Walker. McCollum outside. Pass to Porzingis. Fade away. Doesn't go for him. And so Grant will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. On the wing, Holiday. Launches it. Knocks down the triple. Holiday's got 11 points.
Well, you know, since getting drafted all the way back in 2009, Holiday has worked on that shot.
Outside Johnson. Pass to McCollum. Kennard outside. Drops in the 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Portland making a switch here. Klingen's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Risache comes in for Kennard. And Daniels is subbed in for Alexander Walker. Hawks trail by 8. Daniels outside. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Outside Risache. McCollum on the wing. There's the triple. Atlanta again missing.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Pass to Holiday. Down low. And there's Klingen on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
I love it. When Clingan starts throwing that weight around, he'll knock you out of position.
Daniels outside. Johnson a screen on Avdia. Atlanta again missing. Portland leading by 10. Pass to Holiday. Holiday a screen on Johnson. And here's Kamara. Risache covering. On the wing, Holiday. Clingan with a screen. 4-3. And the basket by Holiday. Holiday's got 14 points.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Now McCollum. 15 points in the game. To halt the run. And he takes it up and lays it in. McCollum's got 8 here in this quarter.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Outside Kamara. Back to Holiday. Up and over McCollum. And it's Portland with another.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Okongwu. And here's McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Portland with a rebound. Clingan's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Man, it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Grant finds Holiday. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
Terrific night for Holiday so far, and I have to pin it on his energy. He's given this game all he's got.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's McCollum. He's got it. His 9th make out of 15 tries.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Sharp, he's checked in for Grant. As we get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. You look at Atlanta. Right now, they're in 9th place. Definitely not the kind of success they envisioned at this point of the season.
Well, right now for the Hawks, it's really been an intriguing year for them. I mean, they work hard, they play gritty, but they're just so inconsistent.
Well, inconsistency is the word. Sometimes they'll lose a game they probably should have won, and they show you how hard it is to sustain success in this league.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, BA, the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras can start to help, because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
That's good from Holiday. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter, and it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Holiday hits them both.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
McCollum taking his time here. Here's Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Outside Kamara. Outside Sharp. On the wing, Holiday. 21 points in the game. Hawks trail by 14. Pass to Daniels. McCollum outside. Outside Risache. Back to McCollum. Puts up a deep three. Avdia pulls it in. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Well, that's a great point, and you can also add poor communication. The rotations were slow and sometimes not even there at all.
Holiday against McCollum. Count it. McCollum's got 21.
Well, he had a solid first quarter, but he is rolling now.
Trailblazers lead by 14. Holiday with the ball. 23 points in the game. Three-pointer Sharp. The rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Sinks that one from the post. Johnson's got 6.
I really like when Johnson is finding his own offense like this, particularly when he's that close to the basket.
Back to Holiday. Pass to Kamara. Now here's Avdia. Portland moving it around. Three-pointer Sharp. Knocks it down from distance. 11 points in the game.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
McCollum outside. 43 seconds left in the second period. A 17-foot shot on the way. Sharp grabs the miss. Portland leading by 15. Outside Holiday. Back to Sharp. Avdia outside. Puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance. Avdia's got 6 in the quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Now here's McCollum. Banked it in off the glass. McCollum's got 23 points.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Get ready for some high-octane and amazing stuff from the Rocket Life Arena Entertainment.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And you know, for that matchup against the Lakers, they'll be facing a team that's had a little better year. But this game is winnable if they bring the energy.
Oh, they're going to need more than energy, Kenny. There's a talent gap here.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, they are letting it fly. We need an air traffic controller out there.
I'll grab the cones and vests out of the supply closet. Shaq, the extra batteries are at security if we need them. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Drew Holiday.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Hawks trail by 16. Legs, you look at the Atlanta Hawks. They are no strangers to the play-in tournament.
Yeah, BA, since making the Eastern Finals as a 4 seed in 2021, they've been a perennial play-in team. They're trying to find a way to make another deep run.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Risache at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Dyson Daniels out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5. Sharp, no good. The Hawks shooting an amazing 61%, looking confident. He gets it in there.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Trailblazers lead by 14. Outside Sharp. Outside Holiday. The rebound by Atlanta.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Back to Johnson. Pass to McCollum. Five to shoot. And here's Daniels. The 3 is up. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Sharp. And here's Klingon. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Kamara, that's good.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Oh, the dunk by a Kongwu.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
Pass to Klingon. Right wing. Outside Holiday. Takes the 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only 1 of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trail Blazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players just around them. Guys?
A good strategy. Okay, Allie, good stuff. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And Sharp has to be one of the best finishers at the rim in this young class.
And one thing's for sure, Tim. Shaedon Sharp, one of the most electrifying athletes in the NBA.
Yeah, BA, he is a highlight reel every single night with plenty of runway left in front of him. I am curious to see what he'll look like when he's a finished product.
As Shaedon Sharp continues to develop, he's proven that he's more than just a high flyer, Grant.
Yeah, we've seen the vicious dunks, but he's also got a pretty good touch as well. The upside potential for him is sky high.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Onyeka Okongwu.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter.
Here's CJ.
Outside Johnson. Back to McCollum. This one for 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 9 rebounds now. Outside Kamara. Pass to Abdia. Shot is up. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
The 3 from Risache. And Klingon pulls it down.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Outside Sharp. Portland moving it around. Outside Kamara. Outside Holiday. From the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 18. Pass to Daniels. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. The 3 from Risache. Portland with a rebound. Right side Kamara. Outside Holiday. Outside Sharp. The three is up. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Klingon. Our 2K leaderboard showing stats from the real NBA. The best passing teams in the association. The Hawks #1.
The beauty of this offense is that the ball never stops moving. If the shot isn't there, the next pass is made.
Here's McCollum. Give him 23. Pass to Okongwu. Okongwu, a screen on Avdia. And he lobs it up to the rim. Klingon with the ball. Now Okongwu defending. Avdia from outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
Yeah, good second chance bucket by Sharp. You got to get in there and participate on the play to win those.
McCollum outside. Clock at 6. Shoots a fadeaway. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Pass to Avdia. Outside Kamara. Here's Klingon. Back to Kamara. Now here's Avdia from deep. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Outside Johnson. The three from Rizachet. Holiday grabs the miss.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
Sharp against Daniels. Sharp passes to Avdia. Let's go with a three. Rebound Atlanta.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Johnson. Out to McCollum to stop the drought. Buries it from 3. McCollum's got 26.
Well, you're talking about a guy who's about 40% from deep over the course of his career. C.J. McCollum has been doing this at a high level for a long time.
Fader on the way. The rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds now.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Pass to McCollum. Picked up by Okongwu. Fires for 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
Outside Holiday. Back to Kamara. Over Rizachet. Kamara, that's good. Kamara's got 12 points.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
Okongwu with the bucket.
Yeah, boy, is he dialed in. Perfect from the field this period.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. He's checked in for Portland. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Alexander Walker's checked in. And so Holiday will bring it up for Portland. And following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Warriors at Chase Center in San Francisco. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Pass to Klingon, 4 on the clock. And here's Grant from the arc. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Hawks trail by 20. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's McCollum. Cans it from the wing. That's 28 points for C.J. McCollum.
Well, he's been doing this for over a decade in this league. He is a bucket getter, and he's having another monster night.
Here's Grant, covered by Johnson. Sharp finds Grant. Three-pointer. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up top. Trailblazers lead by 16. Outside Kamara. Back to Holiday. The 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
He hasn't found the range lately. It's wild to think he had 3 triples there in the first half.
And Tim, the Blazers front office aggressively seeking wing depth.
Yeah, and in Denny Adbia and Toumani Camara, they've got some ringers. They are still young and tremendously talented. They might be set at the forward spot for a decade.
Inside, McCollum with a steal. Daniels outside. Holiday against McCollum. Now here's Okongwu. He's covered closely. Okongwu, a screen on Sharp. Back to Okongwu. Just 3 to shoot. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Outside Sharp. And there's the screen to win the cold spell. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
If any defense gives you that much cushion, you have to take that shot.
McCollum against Holiday. There's the screen by Johnson. Daniels passes to Johnson. For 3, McCollum. Rebounded by Kamara. Trailblazers lead by 17. Pass to Holiday. Fires from deep. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Here's Alexander Walker. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he wanted to answer that 3 with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
And that one's good. Sharp.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
McCollum past Johnson. Up top, Alexander Walker. Atlanta again missing.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Holiday passes to Sharp. And 1:01 left in the 3rd. Here's Klingon. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Yeah, and Klingon is a gigantic player. He is so difficult to keep off the glass at times.
McCollum, the pass to Daniels. Now Okongwu. He's got 10. McCollum outside. The floater. Portland with a rebound. Holiday's got his 4th rebound in this one. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the 3rd. To the middle. Now here's Sharp, covered by Alexander Walker. Three-pointer, Holiday. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got rebound number 8 now. Daniels outside. McCollum outside. Over Sharp. And it's McCollum. That time on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game. And as we conclude the 3rd, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Portland ahead, delivering the blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Jeremy Grant out there with Murray. Then there's Avdia, and it's Sissoko in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Grant. And count it, 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
That's a tough combination of strength and balance there by Grant. He was able to fight through that contact and finish.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Left side, Porzingis. Alexander Walker with it. Launches it from deep. The shot misses.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Outside Murray. Now here's Grant. He's closely guarded. Over Kispert. Another one falls for Portland. And Tim, 1 year, you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range. Not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the 3 could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
To the inside. Here's Reith. Avdia from outside. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Well, he hit 4 threes in the first, and now he's drained 2 more here in the second quarter. Absolutely on fire from deep.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Porzingis with room to shoot. Another one falls for Atlanta.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Pass to Graham. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Inside. Here's Reith. Grant outside. From outside the arc. Kennard with the rebound.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Porzingis with a screen on Avdia. Avdia against McCollum. Back to Porzingis. And they double up Porzingis. Kispert on the wing. Here's Alexander Walker. Blocked! Down low. Here's Reith. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Kispert, right side. Takes a 3. He buries it from 3. Kispert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Timeout called, the Blazers.
Hey fans, get up and move.
Portland making a switch here. Klingen's checked in, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Johnson, he's checked in for Kennard. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Yeah, for his position, Grant is a solid ball mover. He looks for chances to facilitate.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Porzingis. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, BA, it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
Now Klingen, defended by Porzingis. McCollum against Avdia. Just 5 on the clock. Portland moving it around. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 9 rebounds now. Kispert with the ball. Checked by Murray. Now here's Alexander Walker. Pass to McCollum. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Now, this is a guy the coaches trust. He's so deliberate with the ball in his hands.
And some changes here for Portland. Kamara, he's checked in for Grant. Sharp comes in for Sissoko. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Murray. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Daniels is checked in for Kispert. For Portland, they've gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Holiday finds Sharp. Avdia outside. Unloads. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Johnson a screen on Holiday. For 3, McCollum. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Yeah, even with all that contact, Johnson makes scoring look effortless.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
And something else I've liked has been their ball movement. Always finding the open guy with a better look. That is team basketball.
The free throw drops for Johnson. And in recent years, Legs, we're seeing a lot of young teams having success. Also, depth playing big dividends. What's changed?
Well, I think with today's up-tempo style, more players have to cover more ground. It just makes sense that younger, deeper teams are better equipped to handle all that wear and tear.
Young players seem to be more welcome, too, in the NBA culture.
No doubt. They're going to get an opportunity sooner.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Left side, Alexander Walker. There's McCollum with the 3. And the three-pointer goes. McCollum's got 10 points here in the second half.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
And here's Grant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Third personal foul.
And Grant is a fearless competitor. He likes to attack defenses inside and draw contact.
Grant taking 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
And the NBA is trending toward guys like Grant. He can guard multiple positions. He can space the floor for you. And he doesn't need the ball in his hands to impact the game.
Looking at who's out there for Portland now. Klingon, he's checked in for Reith. Sharp comes in for Sissoko. And Holiday subbed in for Murray. Risache, he's checked in for the Hawks. That one misses. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
Oh, Grant throws it down.
Wow, that is some serious mid-air creativity. Look at Jeremy Grant.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. And so McCollum will bring it up for Atlanta. Fires it. And another basket for Atlanta.
Well, as a team, they've been coming up short, but his pure scoring mentality as an individual has been unshakable.
Off the outside. Outside Sharp. Klingon with a screen. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, be careful. Clinging kid bring down the house.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Johnson on the wing. Daniels left side. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. Clinging with the block.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Grant outside. From behind the arc. The rebound by Atlanta.
It's just not his night from the three. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
Here's Okongwu. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And after being shut out in the first half, he is starting to come to life.
Sharp against Daniels. Outside Sharp. Lets a floater go. Pass to Klingon. From 17. Rebounded by Daniels. The Hawks have gone 8 of 12 so far here in the fourth. Holiday against McCollum. And here's Johnson. McCollum, the pass to Johnson. Johnson a screen on Sharp. Here's Daniels. And the three off target.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Pass to Graham. Three-pointer Sharp. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 11 rebounds in the game. The three from Rizashay. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Holiday finds Grant. And with players now able to earn money at the collegiate level, what does that do for the NBA legs?
Well, I do think overall it's a good thing. As a former college athlete myself, I love to see these guys get rewarded, and possibly you get to the league, you're a little bit more polished and grown up.
Bottom line is you may have made some money, but when you have a chance to play against the best of the best, that's why you go pro.
There's nothing like it.
The three from Rizashay sinks the tray.
Yeah, that's what Rizashay is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter, a good one at that.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Time to get loud.
And one of our featured players tonight earns our Player of the Game award, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, he really got after it tonight. I mean, they asked him to provide a big chunk of the offense, and wow, he responded. The defense had no idea how to contain him.
Wow, he delivered exactly what they needed in this one, injecting much-needed energy into this squad and helping them bounce back from that last loss. Here's Kamara. Over to the wing. Outside Holiday. To get back on track. And it's good on the layup. Holiday's got 28.
Yeah, good execution and close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
McCollum, pass to Johnson. Now here's Rizashay. Pass to Daniels. Stolen by Sharp. Outside Kamara. Off the outside. Holiday looking for an opening. It's Sharp on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the three. Rebound Atlanta.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Trailblazers.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just two tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And reaching a nice milestone, an even 20 wins on the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Jeremy Grant.
Well, it's a great night for him, and his impact goes beyond the box score. The relentless energy he plays with fuels his team.
Daniels outside. Back to McCollum. Inside. Here's a Kongwu. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Avdia. Here's Kamara. Outside Sharp. Back to Kamara. The baseline J is on the way. Outside Sharp. Stolen by Daniels. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always,